In this world, everyone spoke the same words and thought the same thoughts. The phrases were drilled into them from a young age, and they repeated them without question. They were told that the sky was green, that the sun rose in the west and set in the east, that the oceans were made of jello. And they believed it all to be true. People would wake up in the morning and stare at the sky, convinced that it was green, despite the obvious blue hue. They would point to the east and insist that the sun was setting, even as it rose higher in the sky. They would dip their toes in the ocean and taste the salt water, convinced it was jello. They were all living in a grand illusion, but no one realized it. They were all trapped in a world where the truth was hidden, and lies were the only reality. One day, a young girl had a different thought. She looked at the sky and thought it was blue. She looked at the sun and knew it was rising in the east. She tasted the ocean and knew it was salty. She knew that everything she had been told was not true. The girl was ridiculed and isolated by her community. They didn't understand how she could think differently. But the girl didn't give up. She continued to question everything, and eventually she found others who had the same thoughts as her. Together they started to spread the truth, and slowly more and more people began to question the illusion they had been living in. As the truth spread, the world began to change. The sky was no longer green but blue. The sun rose in the east and set in the west, and the ocean was salty. The people were finally free from the illusions that had been forced upon them, and they were able to see the world for what it truly is. But the girl couldn't help but wonder how long they had been living in this illusion, and how much of their lives they had wasted believing in lies.